Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out and giving y'all my first impression thoughts on the new P.Louise base. So I'm just going to start out by putting the base on my lid. You're supposed to put it on the lid in patting motions. As P.Louise herself says, you gotta pat, 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 pat it in. Alright, after the base is blended out, but it is still wet and tacky, I'm going to go in with my first shade, which is like this kind of tangerine yellowish shade, and I'm just going to pat that on top. It's best to probably pat the shadows on the lid and then blend them out. Alright, once I've got that orange shade down, I'm going to blend out the edges with a yellow shade.
Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations.
That I've got everything blended, I'm going to go back in and pat some more of the base on the lid. That is going to act as an adhesive for my lid shade. Alright, now I'm going in with a dark brown and I'm going to be putting that on the lid, and then I'm going to be blending upwards to create a nice transition from the yellow, orange, and then to the brown. Okay, so I just wanted to stop and talk about this P.Louise base. This shit is bomb, okay? It is just bomb. Like, oh my god. I just did a brown smoky eye. Did it. And you can see the clear, I'm gonna move closer. You can see like the clear definition of like the light color and the brown. Here, I'm just blend out my crease a little bit. I did mess up on this eye right here because I have a bad habit of, since I have hooded eyes, I like to always put my crease color like down here in my crease, and then I forget. You have to try and blend higher because your crease is getting covered by your little flap. So on this eye, what I did is I started up higher with my two crease shades, which was that orange and the yellow. I started up here. And then once I got the brown on the lid, I started blending upwards. And I think I need to blend upwards just a tad bit more. I mean, this looks good, but oh my goodness. So there's no more product. This is kind of like whatever is left over on this brush from what was on my lid and what I already blended. And I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to move up. Like, just, holy shit. And a little goes a long way. Like, using sharp, I remember trying to do this months ago with my Shape Tape as my concealer base, well, as my base, and I just did not get this high color payoff, especially with the brown and the orange. I'm using, these are all Coastal Scents eyeshadows. These are all single pans that I bought because I have a Z palette, but I always neglect my Z palette because I'm always using whatever other shadow palettes I have. So let me see if I can tell you the shades. So I've got Tangelo Tint. That was the first orange shade I used. And the yellow shade was Sunflower Petal. That was the second shade I used. And on my lid and blended out through my crease is Deep Roast. And these are all Coastal Scent Hot Pots. The Hot Pots are actually really great. They always have a sale. And they're probably like, what, like $1 and change when they're not on sale. When they are on sale, they're anywhere between like 75 cents or like 95 cents. Like, they're cheap as is. And my goal was initially when I started buying them was to fill up this Z palette with Hot Pots. And LOL, I was a broke girl buying money back then. Broke girl buying money. I was a broke girl buying makeup back then. So that just did not pan out in that regard. But I do plan on, since now I make better money, I do plan on filling this at some point. But it hasn't been my main goal because every 2 months a new shadow palette from some brand comes out. So yeah. But if you are on a budget and you see all these eyeshadow palettes coming out and, oh my god, you want them, or you want them because there's a particular shade, just go to Coastal Scents and buy a single shadow. Get you a Z palette. This costs like 20 bucks on eBay. Anywhere between $15 to $20. This is like, I think, the medium palette. I think they have one bigger. And get you one of these and fill it. Fill it whenever they go on sale. Buy a couple, handful at a time. And just fill it up. Not all of these are Coastal Scents. I have some probably NYX and Morphe ones in here. But I think the majority of these in here are Coastal Scents. I think the majority are. Yeah. The majority are Coastal Scents. And I have a couple NYX ones that I depotted and put in here. But definitely, this is a great, great investment. This base, so this is what's left over on the back of my hand of what I used on my eyes. This is kind of dried down a little bit, but literally did not use much. I used so little, and it goes such a long way. It's crazy. Like, I got the 15 milliliter tube. I believe all of them that were going to get shipped out before the restock date that I bought were going to be the smaller tubes. So I managed, luckily enough, to get sent the bigger one. And I'm like, yes, this cost me $30, basically. It's 10, not euros, but 10 pounds. It's 10 pounds plus £9.99 for shipping, which 10 pounds translates to like, I forgot what it was. Here, let me do it on my phone before I'm sitting here acting like, oh, I'm going to just figure it out in my head. No, I'm not going to figure it out in my head because I don't fucking know. Yeah, let me just figure it out. So it's 10 pounds to dollars. Okay, 10 pounds to dollars is $13.31 US. 26.61. Oh, forgot. Plus 25 cents. $26.86. That's what I paid in total for this. Oh man, I hope there's a website that they come out with that's kind of like the equivalent of how Beauty Bay in the UK is for Beauty Bay is for the UK, where they sell a lot of like American makeup products there, and they sell them for mad cheap. So that, or they sell them at the regular, their pound or whatever price, instead of having to pay customs and then the shipping from US to whatever. So I hope they do something like that for America with P.Louise, because boy, I really love this, but $26 for an eyeshadow primer is a lot. But this shit's amazing. This shit is amazing. I'm in love. Instantly in love. Like, I mean, for me, this is worth the money. Now, if I could find a way to work with any of my other concealers that I usually use on my eyes in the same way that P.Louise works, then I will offer you guys a comparable dupe. But until then, this is it. This is so bomb. And I feel so bad because I'm like, it's $26, which is just so much. It's so much. But like in 2014, I would have never been able to buy this. Like, I would have had to like scrimp and save. Actually, shit, in 2015, I would have been like, I really want it. In 2016 even, I would have been like, I want it, but should I put that gas in my card? What bill should I not pay? What bill's gonna be $26 short? Like, so I'm very thankful in 2018 that I can buy this. But oh my god. And I bought it specifically because I wanted to try it on my channel and to see how good it was. And this shit's good. This shit's so good. Like, I'm loving this. Like, this eye looks so cute. Like, this eye, oh my gosh. What is this? Let's pick it. But yeah, this is just great. This is bomb. I can't wait to use this some more on my channel. This is probably going to be what I'm going to be using nonstop. Actually, I scratched that because I don't want to run out. So this is bomb though. This is great. What did I use to apply it? I used oh my gosh. I used a Japanesque 9110 concealer brush. It's a really tiny brush. I never used this brush before ever since I bought it. But I just decided to use it. I've used other Japanesque concealer brushes. Usually that's what I use to put on my concealer for my eye base. But I decided just to use this one. I like this one a lot. It's easy to control and easy for me to like pat on the lid. Even though it's so tiny, but I have small hands. So this actually worked really well for me. And I think I'm going to make this my go-to brush for when I use my base, my P.Louise base. But yeah, like this just looks, oh my gosh, I can't wait to finish. Alright y'all, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!